I'm RamWire Insider Mike Brohard. Welcome to the Rams Film Room, brought to you by PDS. Today we're joined by men's basketball coach Niko Medvid. And coach, we're going to talk today about your transition offense, which you love, but that's not always taking it to the hoop. Sometimes that's getting the great three. Your team was really effective at that last year. Show us a little bit why you were so good at it.
You know, transition is something we emphasize every day. I mean, I'm a believer. A lot of times your best shots on offense come in the first 8 seconds of the clock and sometimes the last 8. And you have to be able to play, I think, effectively in both scenarios to be a good offensive team. We've been really effective in transition. We've been a really effective three-point shooting team. I believe this year we're in the top 30 in the country in three-point shooting as a team. Second in our league, right behind San Diego State in three-point shooting. And we're one of the top 25 teams in the country in effective field goal percentage. So much of that is having great shooters, but it's also, I think, how effective we play in transition. So when we create a missed shot or a turnover, we really want to run. And what this is going to illustrate is, if you want to be a great running team, the first thing you have to do is commit to running. And that's 5 guys doing it. Run, spacing the floor, seeing how we space the floor in transition, and then that commitment to keeping the ball moving, which really creates shots for us. And anytime we can get great looks in transition, Mike, we want to take those shots. Yeah. Really a thrilling game for us, but we get this miss here, and if we stop it right here, okay, we can clearly see, right, Isaiah Stevens has the ball, and right now we've got him outnumbered 4-on-3 right here in early offense, and so we're committed to running. We've run a little bit harder right now than the defense, and some of that is a long rebound. And then we talk about spacing. Kendall Moore is running wide here, okay, and we're gonna run wide here too. Kendall's running all the way to the room here. And you can see right now we create space, 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 and we've got space over here outside the lane. And the only person we let in transition run right here in the street is our big guy. And right there, that's Niko. But as we run space, and look at how quick Kendall moved the ball once the defender rotated him. So we move it again, and watch how quick Niko gets the ball out of his hands right there, right? When we throw it inside and he commits another defender to him. Watch this again. Run, we space, and watch how quickly we move the ball. No hesitation whatsoever, right? And we know Adam Thistlewood's one of the best three-point shooters in the Mountain West, and just having the unselfishness for Niko to recognize that and quickly get the ball out of his hands, because if we can get wide open shots for Adam, it makes me look like I know what I'm doing. All right. Another clip here. I think this is a great clip. So obviously if you look at the score, we were dead in the water here, right, at Wyoming. And all of a sudden, boy, we were able to break this game open. A lot of it, I thought, started with finally getting some stops and committing to the transition for 40 minutes. So again, same sort of clip here. We get the rebound. Here we go. We watch, okay? Look at our spacing here. Chris is running wide here with what we call the room, okay? Kendall's gonna stop here in what we call the window. Isaiah's staying wide here. Niko's running, and you're gonna see Adam come into play here in a second. So we come here. Boom, look at Isaiah sees the paint open, and right away, right, we want to attack the paint. Paint touches are everything. Watch him attack the paint here, draw help, move it, and then just watch us move the ball, move the ball, move the ball, right? And the commitment to doing that, and ended up just being a monster shot right there in that game. And you could feel after that play, the momentum clearly changed to us. So I thought that was a great example of us committing to transition and making that work, obviously in a critical part of the game. Yeah. Same kind of thing here. It's Mexico. If I remember this game, we tied a school record for three-pointers made. You can see the spacing start to develop right here. We're running wide to the room. David's running wide to the room. The only guy we have in the middle of the floor is Deshaun. And what we really like to do in transition, if we back it up here just a second, we call this area, if you remember, this middle third of the floor right here, we call this the street. And anytime we can get the ball across the street in transition, whether a pitch, which you're going to see there, a pass, or a sweep, which you saw in the last clip from Isaiah, it really puts the defense in a predicament when that ball changes sides of the floor quickly. But the one thing that happens is you can see we've maintained the integrity of our spacing here. And watch this here. Drive it. One more. Bang. Shooter is ready. And because we practice that every day and our guys do that with confidence, there's absolutely no hesitation to shoot those shots. And those are shots we really work on taking. We work on creating every day in our practice. And I thought it was one of the reasons that we're really, really effective offensively last year.
What I like looking at in those clips is, you go back to the old school adage, you used to have those coaches that, hey, 5 passes before you shoot. In a couple of those clips, you had 4, but they're quick and everybody was being aggressive with sharing the ball. How much is that just chemistry with the team, knowing where people are going to be, and everybody having confidence in each other?
I think it's everything. I think it's obviously breeding a culture of unselfishness. It's believing in what you're doing. It's working on it every day so the guys just unconsciously, right, can execute in these situations. And, we always talk about we want to take the first available great shot. These are great shots for us. They happen in early offense. Sometimes that doesn't happen, and then obviously you have to be able to execute in the half court and have the patience to get great shots. But again, I think to be a great offensive team, exploring the entire shot clock is something that we really work on. And so even though these shots happened quickly, they were great shots within our offense, something that we practice every day. And I thought, again, it helped us be a really effective offensive team.
In each of those clips, we also see that you have numbers as you're running the floor. Does that tell you as a coach, my team really has the mindset I want to? Because when you look at the last one, Kendall's bringing the ball up the floor. The other 4 players already beat him there. So he's got the whole window.
Exactly, and we always tell, if you want to be a running team, what's the most important thing? You have to run. And that sounds really simple, but again, it's a mindset you have to create every day. It's 5 guys committed to running the floor every time in transition, and until you get that, that's step 1 to being a really good transition team. And then from there, like you said, it's keeping the integrity of our spacing and keeping the ball moving and staying aggressive.
Well, I know you love to run, but we've got to now. Thanks for coming to the film room, and hope to see you again.
Thanks, Mike.